cold.
It is so cold this morning.
Yeah, definitely need coffee this morning to stay warm.
Yeah.
Got that night shift, even though it's the morning. Hey,
Lowrider.
we're trying to work here. If you guys haven't checked out Night Shift, go do it. I don't know if it was up there long enough, but you can scan that. Go to the socials.
Coffee.com.
Yeah. You can use code CROCKERS when checking out. If you get a bag, 4 bags, 4-pack of bags.
Warm weather has definitely like spoiled me to where now it's slightly chilly and I'm not a fan.
It's the wind. Like right now when the wind's not blowing, it's not as bad, but when that wind, it's cold.
Oh.
So we're bundled up. The dogs have been a little wild this morning. We heard them barking. We're like, that's not a play bark. What's going on? I look out and there's 2 horses running by the road. And I was like, oh, I literally just like 2 days ago saw people riding. So I ran out there real fast and I tried to get them and then couldn't. So I was like, I don't want them to get hit by a car. So I got on the side-by-side and went down. I was able to get in front of them, stop them, and then they ended up just bolting. I was like, I'm not going to chase them. I tried my best. I even went down to these other people that are neighbors that have horses, but theirs were still in there. Mm-hmm. So I think it's people further down. So if you happen to be our neighbors and you have a darker brown or black horse and a white horse, the black one had a halter. I tried. They went past us. Yeah. So if you're watching, good luck. I guess you'd be able to get them. I couldn't. Yeah. I tried. But Danielle was like, you're going to go all the way back and go? Because I went out to try to get them first, and I was like, yeah, if that was Reba or Lambo, I would like to know at least our neighbors fully tried their best, and I did. And there's no way I was going to run after them. I got the side-by-side. I stopped them. I tried.
Well, my thing was, too, it's like, okay, so we get them. What's next?
Yeah.
Like.
But I was like, one of them had a halter thing, so I was like, if I can at least put a strap on it, and then I would feel like if you get one, the other one would follow. Yeah. Then I could have hooked it to the side-by-side and at least tied it up. I don't know. We'd figure that out once we caught them. But tried. They didn't work good. But there will be a video today on the Crockers, and we told you guys yesterday about it and everything, but holy cow, going through the footage and looking at it, I think this actually does justice. I left some of it a little slow. The video might be a little boring in some spots, but it's the true reality of how trying to do it with the bucket and everything, and then once you get the routine, you get it down, you do stuff, and is this a one-man job? Could a one-person crew do this? Yes. It would just take a long time. You got to figure it out and a lot of stuff, but it makes it a lot easier. Thankfully, Paragon Ridge Ranch helped us out, and then thankfully, me being up there and then Danielle handing me stuff made it 10 times easier, faster, and everything. And we really got the routine down. And I want to drink coffee, but it's so cold. I'm gonna put my hands in my. Yeah. It's chilly.
It's just like anything, and I think we've talked about this a million times. It's just once you figure it out.
Yeah, then it's easy.
Yeah, you get easier. In the groove. Yeah.
So, we started getting the hang of it and everything, and maybe we'll build another structure like this in the future. I don't know, but at least we have the know-how, and or if say Paragon wants to build something, or one of you guys, we can actually give you guys some good advice and stuff. And I don't know, it's pretty cool. I think for the first time in a very, very, very long time, we actually took some pictures for ourselves. Oh yeah. And I don't know, it felt kind of good. And then even through some of the screenshots and pictures we took for thumbnails and stuff, I'm like, I want this photo. I want this photo. So whenever we're done, I mean, I can remember being a kid and my parents, we were adding on to our house, and my dad built a lot of it 100% himself, and then some of it you had to get help framing up, like the garage and 2-story, because that was a little crazy. Then he did everything else himself, and I remember we had a cat, and the cat got up there in the framing and had kittens, and we had to get him down, and I got a sneeze.
At you. Oh, that's the worst.
I need it. It's right there. But we don't look back on pictures and stuff and having albums, and it's just that's not a thing no more. Most people don't print them out, and I want that.
Yeah, I think too, because typically we're just kind of moving through life, not thinking about documented.
We already document everything.
Yeah. So, but there's something about this where it's like I do want to take. I'm like aware and thinking of want to take pictures of the steps along the way. Just this is like the skeleton, the foundations of building our house that we're going to live in forever. So it's just, I don't know, to have quick little moments documented and framed somewhere. It'd be cool, like even to have like a wall in the house or something where it's like
just a couple of steps or something.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't know. One of the things that I always thought was cool is just like growing up to be like, my dad built this, you know, because you don't know very many people that actually build their own homes, and
just super proud.
Yeah, that was one of my like bragging rights as a kid. Is there people like, oh, you got a house, you know, everyone's got a house, but oh, you got a big house, and y'all must be rich or whatever. And it's like, we're not rich. It was just my dad built it, and it saves a lot of money. And if we can have a kid, I would love. They probably won't be proud of me, but I would love if one day we could show our kid, just be like, hey, we built this. And if like that's just such a lesson in life of like, hey, if you want it, go after it, make it happen, build it, build the life you want, whether that's an actual house or a property or a dream or going to school for something or whatever it may be. And what a cool accomplishment. And a funny quick story, we went to the first grain bin Airbnb we went to, and it was the bigger one, and one of Danielle's best friend's husband was like, holy cow, I can't believe they built this.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, we didn't build that one. And I was up there working, and I just like thought of that, and I yelled at Danielle, I said, Jordan better be impressed when this is done. Because we're doing this one all by herself. And I don't know. It's just I don't know anybody that has built their own house. I just don't. Like friends and stuff like that. I know people that have gotten a house built, and they're like, we built our own house, and it's like, oh, cool. But I'm not trying to downplay anything or that we're better or anything like that. It's just more of, they hired contractors and they did it. They told the people what to build, and that's cool, but
just hard in itself too, like designing everything. That's so hard to do.
And not everyone wants to take the risk of building it themselves. And it's, to me, it's just something that we've built other houses and tiny houses, and you know, we've converted a shed into a little tiny house and stuff at the original off-grid. You looking for horses? No. I think that's the same truck that drove by earlier. They might be. But I don't know. I think it's freaking awesome to be able to build our own stuff and go after it. And honestly, I talk about it in the video and stuff too, but we just winged it. We learned as we went, and I left a lot of that in there. And the people that built these trusses for us said, hey, if you need help with and don't know what you're doing with it or what these certain things are for, just hit me up, I'll let you know. And that's a great backup, fallback plan. But I wanted to figure it out, and I wanted to see if you just try to break it down into steps and try to use common sense, can you do this? And yes, and I think anybody at home could do the same thing. And I don't know, that's the cool thing of YouTube, is you get to watch people build different ways, and everyone has to build different ways because we live in all sorts of different areas. Some people have more snow load, more wind, more whatever, and to see people figure it out and do it is awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's cool. There's people that buy mobile homes that are trashed and literally gut them and rebuild them. People that are buying
really nice.
Yeah, people that are buying sheds and converting them. People that are building them from the ground up. People that are taking the most weird objects and turning them into homes. And
it's just, how can you make a house this
Yeah.
day and age that's not priced out so much more than it's actually worth? It's
Yeah.
just, how do you live?
and unique. How do you
Yeah.
how do you build a house that represents you as a person? And I think back in the day, people would build their cabins and they would do, they started building stick frame houses and stuff. But there was a lot of houses, they all looked the same to the average person. But a lot of people built it their own way. They got stone from their own property. They maybe
Super cool.
put some type of personal touch on it. Who knows, but there's people out there doing earth bag homes and or earth ship homes, and then they do whatever, I don't know what they're called. They put like dirt and sand in bags, then stack them up, and then do all that. But they put like glass bottles, and they make their own designs, and they
Super cool.
yeah, they use different things, and to put your personal touch on it is awesome. And that's kind of what we're doing with this. And at the end of the day, when it's done, it's just going to be really cool to know everything that went into it, how it went into it, the personal touches. And we're going to have a fireplace area, like a little TV wall, whatever you want to call it. And I would love for the mantle to be from a tree here. I would love for stairs, that's going up to the loft in the grain bin to be wood from here. Even if it's not all of it, part of it, or whatever the case may be, to know that we took stuff from our own land and we turned it into something that we're gonna, live in, and it'll have that, like, the personal touch, the character of it, and all of that. It's awesome. On a side note, Rufio is not a clothes wearing dog. You can't really put like jackets or shirts on him. He never liked it.
So he is like the only dog that has like the short hair.
Yeah,
So,
and his is thin. He's old.
Yeah, so like him to wear a jacket when it gets cold outside.
He just never liked it.
But this morning, you put a little vest on him.
My vest that I wear.
Yeah, he's acted like he liked it for a second in the camper. He was wagging his tail.
Until he came outside.
And once he started walking around, he's like, no.
He said, "My friends can see me." I just don't think he knew how to walk around. So we have a dog vest at the house in town. We'll bring you out and put on him, see if he likes it. But
maybe this year will be different.
yeah, I think he's getting
old
older
enough to where he's like, I just don't care.
I'm cool with being warm. I don't need the style. I don't care what the style is. I don't care what my friends say. But yeah, I don't know. Today's gonna be a chilly day, but today is the last day we have of this boom, and
we still have quite a bit to do. And
it's cold and windy. So there's no excuses, no nothing. It's got to get done today. There are things today that need to be done with this, or it's going to be a major headache using a ladder and stuff. It could be done, but it's going to be a major headache, a major pain in the butt.
Yeah.
And yesterday you were in the bucket, but today I think you're going to have to be up there with some of the stuff to really help get it knocked out and stuff. And we've been having it where I told Danielle, I said, if you can just film, almost the majority of this video coming out is filmed by Danielle. So I was like, if you can film and I'm up there, it'll make it a lot easier. So we're not back and forth, and I don't like just tripod shots. So
yeah, a lot of people ask, like, where's Danielle? What's she doing?
She's working.
Typically, yeah, like I'm behind the camera filming if it's not like a tripod shot.
Yeah. Or if you're not in the video, you're in the camper editing Crocker Life, or you're at work.
Yeah.
So I don't let her just slack and just lounge around. Sometimes.
No, you tell me.
But not
too.
all the time. Sometimes you gotta play a little video game. Get that frustration out on that, not me. She out there yelling, is this gonna be done yet? Build me a house. Oh wait, that's y'all. That's y'all yelling at me. Alright guys, it's cold. We're gonna go warm up, let the sun come out a little bit. I need to polish off this video, get it uploading for the Crocker so you guys can see later. And then probably not a Crocker Life video today. We have focused strictly on the house build, and There was stuff yesterday. Danielle was like, I'm not really sure about the I'm like, don't even worry about it. That is the least of our problems. If you film it and it don't come out good, who cares? I just think what you're going to do is perfectly fine. And it came out great, and we got a lot of progress done, and it's huge. It's huge. So, all right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. It's cold.